Hi Gemini, my name is Chandler. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure actually if I did a Gemini reading for May. I may have. But regardless, this is your June 2018 reading. Right off the bat, we're getting some good information here for Gemini and exactly what you needed. My name's Chandler Christine. I do personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go down into the description box and click the link. That will direct you to my website. Otherwise, if this video resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. What is Gemini working on this month in June? Geminis, I really feel for Geminis. I have a lot of really important, valuable, and lovable Geminis in my life. And it seems as though they've been torn. Whether it's, in relationships or with their career or just within themselves, it's kind of like you guys are definitely going through a transition. But I feel as though this summer will bring a lot of refreshing energies to you. You might end up feeling a little bit more at home. Some substantial growth that has definitely been needed. The Counselor and the Two of Water following love. So some of you may be having difficulties in your relationships. Maybe you're involved with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Let's see. So Destiny, Self, and the Nine of Earth coming up in reverse. What does this mean, Gemini? Okay, so we're just going to leave those here. We're going to come back to them. What this is telling me is that you're really confused. Maybe you're really unhappy, right? Maybe there's some true unhappiness in your relationship, and you're kind of wondering, is it my relationship? Should I seek advice? Should we go to counseling? I do see some of you referring to others for advice, right? Counseling. A very wise person, a person with a lot of advice, maybe a therapist, someone who can help you work through your emotions. But you're doing this because you want love. You want to be with this person and you want to share a deep connection once again. And I see, you Gemini, you are with your counterpart. You are with someone who really truly supports you, but maybe you haven't been in support of yourself. Maybe there's been a few years recently where you've just kind of fallen off of your path and you're wondering how to get back on the horse, Six of Swords and Three of Wands. Ooh, okay, so very interesting cards here. Really interesting cards here. Six of Swords and Three of Wands underneath love. If we can just, backwards here. If we can just clarify the Counselor and the Two of Water, we might, we might get some clarity with the Ace of Cups, 10 of Coins, oh my goodness. So seeking advice is really going to assist you this month. All right, and whether that's advice like a tarot card reader or a therapist, it doesn't matter. You're going to be seeking out advice and just direction, right? You want to have clarity over these emotional waves that you've been feeling. It's like you guys are a little lost, but one thing about Gemini is it doesn't take them long to get back on the horse. It doesn't take them long to feel aligned again. They just have to put their energy in the right places. So let's clarify Destiny, Self, and the Nine of Earth, because, those are really asking some difficult questions, like, am I in the right place? Looks like you are. Am I being directed? Am I being myself? Can I be myself with this person? Am I serving a good cause? Let's see what the Self card, if it holds any meaning here. So, Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, King of Wands, Three of Swords. Wow, really interesting. Really interesting stuff for you, Gemini. I mean, this shouldn't surprise me at all. You guys are so colorful and exuberant and vibrant when you're in your element. It's just, when things pick up speed, they pick up speed with you guys, And you guys are ready to hit the gates running. You want this. So let's pull some truth bombs, right? From the angels. We love our angels. We love the advice, as simple and sweet as it may be. Let's see. Angels, do you have any advice for Gemini? I don't know if there's much advice from the angels. Sometimes there's no truth bombs. Sometimes it's meant that, you're being guided by your spirit guides, it seems like. And there's a lot of spirit guide energy in this. Not so much angelic, right? The angels are not needing to intervene. You're not seeking help from the angels in their area of expertise necessarily. So right as I decide to stop shuffling, there are some cards that come out. So entrepreneur and daydream. A lot of you are asking the real tough questions, like, are you in the right place? Are you doing the right thing? What could you further enhance about your life and skill set to bring you more abundance? All of these things have definitely been on your mind, at least for the past few years, very prominently. And what your guides are saying is daydream. Okay, get back in touch with your emotions. Get back in touch with yourself. It seems as though there's been some lack of compassion or maybe lack of listening, that you could totally get back into, and it might do you good to just relax, be receptive, use your imagination, actually visualize how you would like things to turn out for you, right? Have the best feeling in mind and just see where it takes you. That's a lot what having this daydream card resembles, is this energetic quality that's very creative, it's very expansive, but it takes your participation. Entrepreneur, again, some of you may be actually wanting to start up a new business, change your course of business, learn a new skill set. You guys might be trying to get advice, right, from people with the know-how or the skill level to attain some kind of leveling up or expansion in this area. I think that this is a good indicator that, not only do you have a lot of love stuff going on, you have a lot of love stuff going on, but it's not just love, it's a balance and harmony of life. So for those of you who have been an entrepreneur and maybe dedicating a lot of time to your business, and your relationships therefore are kind of lacking, or they feel like a stalemate, or you guys just aren't on the same wavelength, it's definitely time to reprioritize. One thing that the entrepreneur has to do constantly is reevaluate their approach. And I see this as being very resonant within your reading. Daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Entrepreneur. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. All right, should we see what the spirit guides have to say, right? Not like they're not pulling all of these cards with me, but, my spirit oracle, just really intuitive. It always brings forth such valuable information, so we'll see. All right, we'll take it. Silver vibration. So this is a card that I see sometimes when there's a lot going on, a lot of chaos, maybe a lot of confusion, a lot of directions, a lot of potentials, and it's just a lot. Even though silver vibrations is kind of, it's a storm, What else is there to say? It's a storm. So it's not necessarily bad, though. It just means that you have a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential in this situation, and really it's up to how you connect with it, how it resonates with you, and what you foresee or see happening in the long term. you can absolutely navigate your way through this. It's just going to take a keen eye and perspective in order to reap the best rewards. Your vibration is being raised to a higher level. You may be feeling that you are in this world, but somehow not of this world. This is the magic of creation at work in your life. As silver starlight enters your aura, your energy field is strengthened, giving you a clearer connection to spirit and revealing the greater purpose of your life. Okay, so some potential career advice associated with these cards, but I'm picking up a very loving, harmonious, and somewhat regretful or painful feeling from this. And this can have a lot to do with the relationships that you're holding in your life, Gemini. So, firstly, let's talk about love. I love this card. I love this card. So when this card comes up, it typically means that you are focused on love, that you are having an influx of love this month, and that you are well deserving of it. If your focus is on love and you feel love and love abounds, there could be lots of opportunity that tend to open up for you during this time. It's very balanced, very harmonious, and very open. It allows what needs to happen because ultimately when you're centered in love, there's also this great feeling of trust and support. So it's a really, really good card. It's also a card of reason for being, which you have two of so far. And, you know, those are important. Those are kind of like major arcana in the tarot deck. To couple the love card, you have Six of Swords and Three of Wands. Okay, so some of you are maybe even looking to move. Some of you are wanting to move in with a partner. Some of you are wanting to leave a relationship. Even it can translate into coming or going, right? In movement and transitioning, transformation, but actually like translocation. So some of you are looking to move. Some of you are leaving a situation. Some of you are looking for newness, right, in your experience. And you're doing this through an act of love, right? Whether it's leaving a situation for a better one, or simply just embracing the unknown for the sake of love. What I see in this card is that 6 pertaining to matters of home, family, blessings, sometimes blessings in disguise. This will turn out best for you. If you follow your intuition and let it take you where it's going. You kind of need to follow blindly with this card. But it serves as, creating a lot of momentum, giving you a purpose, giving you some room to grow that's going to be good for you. The Three of Wands comes up because I feel like you've been putting a lot of energy towards something. You've been really focusing on something. You want something to manifest. And whether it's in a loving relationship, like a long distance relationship maybe, your heart is definitely connected to this goal, to this person, to this place. So I would say go for it, right? Because when we have the Three of Wands, it's talking about a useful experience that you're going to probably hold with you for a time to come. But there's this ebb and flow. And I'm guessing that because of the Six of Swords and the love card, it's saying full steam ahead, right? It's telling you it's time to ebb and flow and just go with it and just keep moving forward, because the skill or the life skill, the craft that you're utilizing this month is really to your advantage. The Two of Water and this Counselor come up to, put into perspective some of the emotional dispositions that you might have this month. And it could pertain towards leaving a partner behind, right? Or maybe you are looking to moving away from a relationship, right? Translocation, leaving a home where you live with your partner, or maybe you've been away from the house for a very long time. Maybe you travel for business. Maybe this kind of disconnection or the travel time has gone in between you guys. There's this lack of connection, lack of intimacy. Well, you guys might be seeking some counseling, right? You guys might be seeking some advice, seeking answers. What the Counselor does is she directs emotions into a more abundant and stable way. She has a lot of really good advice, And I feel like with this card, you can bet that you will be receiving some really groundbreaking knowledge, some groundbreaking insights to how you've been feeling, and very simple and tangible ways of going about fixing or resoluting the situation. With the Two of Water, this doesn't necessarily symbolize a breakup, but this does symbolize this contrast, a knowing or a need for advice. So if you guys have been struggling a little bit and you want that harmony in your relationship again, consider seeking out an alternative means for counseling. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go see a couples therapist, right? This could simply be talking to a trusted friend, right? An old soul, someone who has a lot of wisdom to offer, and it might just simplify it enough so that you guys can get back to the basics. The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Coins relating to getting back to the basics, the origin of things, the beginning. When your cup runneth over. If you guys have been having hard times in your relationship and you're involved with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you can absolutely be rehashing or reinventing or renewing this kind of feeling, this kind of refreshing newness. When things were really good, right? When you guys were just the two lovebirds and your cup runneth over with joy and happiness and potential for your future. I feel like, we all kind of hit sometimes these like ruts, right? And if you deal with this with love, you absolutely will come out absolutely golden and just really happy with your partner. You guys can squash some of the financial obligations that might have been on your mind. With the Ten of Coins, it kind of seems like this culmination of value, right, from different areas, maybe from different people, all putting their 2 cents into an ultimate goal or purpose. And that purpose and goal ends up always being very stable, very grounding. You can rely upon this for a long time. And it just gives you a sense of security, like things are really stable, things are really good. So if this has anything to do with a relationship, then just know that this rough patch will end. You guys will get back to the basics, and it will feel renewed. It will feel refreshed. But you yourself might need to take your own advice, right? If you are the counselor, or if you're seeking advice via tarot card readings or seeking answers in a very esoteric way, through divination or through some alternative counseling, then I would say, this holds great potential for you. This can absolutely unlock some of those feelings so that you can move forward. If this is in the means of a career, right, this could lead to partnership. This could lead to something that is very fruitful in your future. But I see mostly this is relating to relationships, love and relationships, of course, Gemini. So the next card that come up are Destiny, Self, and the Nine of Earth. So Destiny being this question that's been looming and that you've been having for a long time, like, am I on the right track? Where did I go wrong? And it's this very sabotaging, very overly critical kind of way that you guys just criticize yourselves. This has a lot to do with yourself because the Self card comes up. Being overly critical, being very hard on yourself, not relating to yourself, feeling lost or feeling insecure. And with the Nine of Earth coming up in reverse, it just simply means that you're not being a very nice person. And I don't feel like that's necessarily always directed towards other people. I feel like we can be very unloving people towards ourselves. And maybe this is just showing you that you need to leave certain things behind. You need to leave behind the struggle. You need to leave behind the strife. And just start trusting things again. Because, it's been a hard couple years for Gemini. You guys have been going through a lot. And what I see in the Geminis that I know is that they feel as though somewhere or somehow they've lost their purpose or a sense of vitality. And that can very, very much have a hand in so many aspects of your life. So regardless of whether this is proving to be resonating with you in your relationship or just in your life purpose, I feel like you will benefit from some reflection. You will benefit from some you time, discovering yourself again and showing yourself some compassion, getting back to the basics, maybe doing some humanitarian work to give you some perspective, because it seems as though you'd be much better off with a feeling of gratuity, appreciation, and helpfulness to just get your mind off of poor me, or if things are going bad or if they're hard for a while, you can really get some perspective on what hard is, right? So the Six of Coins, Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups, King of Wands, and Three of Swords come up to further clarify, which is a story in itself. But what we can do here is just sum up these cards. There's a lot of wand energy. There's a lot of potentials, right? You see all of these angles going on in all of these directions, leading to me to believe that the potentials of this month are great. You absolutely have the potential to make much more money doing something that you would rather do, that you love, that you may even attract some partners in. And it's going to begin anew. It's going to be something new and exciting that you haven't done in a while. And, even if this is with your partner, it's kind of like the money comes in and then you guys can go party, or you guys can go celebrate. And it's this time of celebration and creation and wonder and passion and unity. Unity because of the Ten of Cups, right? This cycle ending between you guys, this joyous time and balance, right? I love this card because it's kind of like they're doing acro yoga on top of this tower or this pyramid, where that's very hard to do, right? And they've got to maintain some really strong, consistent balance. And that's exactly what this card pertains to. It's not necessarily an endings and closures, like the cycle's just ending, but that there's a certain closure and understanding that lasts from it. There's a certain reflective quality with the Ten of Cups that symbolizes an abundance of understanding, of unity, of harmony for a long time to come. The King of Wands comes up because you guys have mastered this skill set that you have been kind of wavering or working towards for a while. The King of Wands holds a ton of potentials, has a ton of resources, is in connection with a lot of people. And Geminis, you guys are so social. It's like you should not be alone. You should not be fretting about this solo venture you guys have been on for a while, because the connections, the good times, they're coming. And it's gonna be a reflective quality in a lot of areas of your life. I'm glad that you guys got this card because it shows that whatever hard work you're doing on the inside with that very loving energy is going to show. Three of Swords comes up, okay? And I think that this is maybe even a more reflective card than it is, a painful one. I think that what this is exemplifying is that maybe in the past there were three partners, or there was a feud, right? Something that came right directly into your heart space and just jabbed you or blindsided you, and it was really hurtful. But because you have all of these other cards, I really think that this is necessary for you to reflect upon this a little bit, because it's going to show you even further how far you've come. And one thing about Gemini is they have a hard time admitting that they've come so far sometimes. It's almost like they have these high expectations and there's so much potential within them that they have a hard time saying just sometimes, I did it. Yeah, I did that. It hurt. It sucked. I got through it. I deserve respect for that. I deserve good things for that. It's time to move on. I'm allowing myself to at least give myself the kind of credit that's deserved. So again, it's kind of like you're just realizing all of these signs are coming to you, all of the things are falling together, and the hurt and pain you had over some kind of argument, contractual agreement maybe, or just this very hard-hitting circumstance with a few people is coming to a close. It's coming to a close. At least you can see clearly now why this happened to you, because what it did was set you on the right course. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My name's Chandler Christine. I do offer personal readings. I'll link it in the description box below. If you like this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in July. Bye.